How to navigate the highs and lows as a solopreneur. Tim Ferriss claims that bipolar depression is extremely common among entrepreneurs and the self-employed. Why? Because being self-employed is a darn emotional roller coaster. The highs are extremely high. Imagine waking up one morning to find that your website was shared on a big news site and has gained almost 1 million hits. You've earned thousands of dollars overnight from ad revenue and sales, and you can see clear skies ahead. Imagine being asked to give an interview with a prominent media outlet to talk about your success. Imagine watching sales from your new mobile app tick upwards every minute. But then there are the lows. How about waking up to find that years of hard work has gone down the toilet because Google has de-indexed your website? What about being sued by someone because your advice caused them to lose money? Think being shouted at by your boss is stressful? How about being shouted at by 10 angry clients or 300 angry customers who just downloaded your app? And here's the difference between working for someone versus working for yourself. When you work for someone else and you have an unproductive day, you still get paid. When you work for yourself and you have an unproductive day, you get nothing. Have a bad month? You still get nothing. That's another thing. Working for yourself is highly volatile and unpredictable, and that's why some people refer to bipolar depression as the entrepreneur's disease. And on the flip side of this, your clients won't respect that your home time is your home time. They'll think nothing of emailing you at 5 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday to tell you the work you handed in 3 days ago was rubbish. And you'll have the same problem. You'll always be tempted to finish a little early on a Friday or to work a little late on a Wednesday. Goodbye body clock. Goodbye healthy sleep. Goodbye good quality work. Working from home gives you freedom, and that freedom can give you the option to become incredibly healthy, happy, and effective. At the same time, though, freedom also comes with responsibility. Fail to manage that time well, and it can all go wrong. So how do you navigate the highs and lows? How do you stay emotionally hardy and resilient? How do you maintain the strength of character to weather the storms? Because here's the thing, sunshine. Your ability to stay strong during these tough times is what will define you as a successful entrepreneur. That character trait is the predominant difference between highly successful business owners and those that sink under the weight of responsibility. First, you practice developing mental toughness. This is actually a key feature of military training, especially in elite units like the SAS. You can learn the techniques they use, but also practice getting outside of your comfort zone. Taking up CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, is a very good idea. This is a practice that teaches you to distance yourself from stressful thoughts by changing the way you think about them. This can be transformative when it comes to dealing with difficult situations, especially when combined with meditation, which teaches you to keep your mind focused. Use cognitive stimulation. This means rehearsing scenarios in your mind in order to prepare for them, and in order to prepare contingency plans. If you do this properly, then no turn of events should come as a complete surprise to you, and you should be ready for any eventuality. Follow these tips and you'll find it's possible to stay sane even as things don't seem to be going well around you. Who else will hold everything together if you go to pieces too? How to use to-do lists and other external tools to remove mental baggage. Being a solopreneur means juggling a lot of balls and being fully responsible for an entire business. Even with a good balance of clients and no unreal expectations, you'll still likely find that things can get out of hand and you can find yourself stressed. When your client messages you at 8 p.m. on a Friday night saying that the work you did for them isn't very good, how can you possibly ignore it? Likewise, when it turns out the software update you released to your customers had a major bug in it on Friday night, again, what can you do? There are a few different systems and tools you can put in place that can help you in any of these situations. In this presentation, we're going to look at some of the most powerful autoresponders. The first and most straightforward tool or system to use is your email's autoresponder capability. This allows you to send an automated email to your clients, customers, and business partners whenever they message you after 6 p.m. or on a weekend, and this can say something like this. Thank you for your message. I'm afraid I will be out of the office until tomorrow at 9 a.m. and will be unable to respond until then. If you have a real emergency, then you can contact me on my home phone number at 000000000. But please don't call if it can wait until tomorrow. My working hours are between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. This email is perfect because it tells your clients or customers why you haven't gotten back to them and gives them a means to get in touch if they really are in a dire situation. You should find, though, that very few people will actually abuse your home number, so you can be safe in the knowledge that you'll be undisturbed. That said, you can also stop imagining worst-case scenarios. Virtual assistants. A virtual assistant is someone who can handle all types of work on your behalf as long as they don't need to be physically present. Usually, these companies or individuals are based in India or in other countries with lower costs of living, so you'll likely only pay a few dollars for a day's work. Of course, you get what you pay for to an extent, so don't expect amazing quality English unless you are willing to pay top dollar. Either way, though, these companies provide work that can include booking appointments, responding to emails, doing research, handling marketing and SEO, proofreading, data entry, and much more. You can use a digital assistant then to outsource the boring but time-consuming aspects of your job while you focus instead on doing what it is that you do so well. They can also stand in for you sometimes on the weekend. Similarly, it never hurts to know a couple of people who can help you out in a crisis. If you have a friend who works online, you can make a pact with them to bail each other out occasionally if you have too much work. You might even be able to offer some aspects of your work to friends interested in making a little extra money on the side. To-do lists. Sometimes the simplest tools are the very best. A to-do list is powerful because it helps to organize your day and ensures you don't miss any important tasks. But it actually goes way beyond that. For one, having a to-do list means that you can forget about the things that you have written down. Once they're on paper, there's no risk of them falling through the cracks, so you don't need to worry about them. Better yet is to use an app of some sort that will actively remind you. A perfect example is the app Todoist, and if you combine this with an Apple Watch, you can even get your reminders right on your wrist. Let your wrist worry about it, so you don't have to. How to work productively on a sleep deficit. When you don't have enough sleep, your body goes into a kind of shocked state. It knows something is wrong and that something that it needs is lacking. As such, it will try to encourage you to get back to bed as soon as you can, and it achieves this by putting you into fight or flight. This is why one of the worst things you can do is to stress about not having enough sleep. You're just piling stress on top of stress. But in order to achieve homeostasis, the calm neutral state that the body enters when everything is fine, you need to make sure that you are well rested. And this is important because stress is incredibly bad for your health and productivity. Chronic stress redirects blood and energy away from our digestive systems and our immune systems. It also raises our heart rates and thickens our blood, making us more likely to have a heart attack or stroke even. And this can even damage your creativity. That's because you are most creative when we are relaxed, and the brain is thereby able to consider lots of different ideas and facts. When we are stressed, we go into a state of tunnel vision and can often only focus on one thing at a time. This can lead to us banging our head against the wall, trying the same solution to a problem over and over again. But what if you don't have any option? What if you're a new parent or you're jet-lagged? How do you get productive even then? Reduce cortisol. The first aim should be to reduce stress. We do this initially by doing anything we can to lower stress hormones like cortisol. First, stop stressing about how little sleep you got. This creates a vicious cycle that ends with you in an exhausted heap. Next, restore your blood sugar. This also contributes to stress, but you can fix it by consuming slow-release complex carbohydrates. A good example is oatmeal. You can also try supplements. Phosphatidylserine is a fantastic supplement that naturally raises serotonin while lowering cortisol. 2 more tips. If you have the option to nap, take it. This can help to undo some of the damage caused by missing sleep. And finally, try to focus on tasks that don't require creativity or problem solving. Instead, aim for zombie tasks, like answering emails.